The seagulls follow trawler. It's because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much.
Talking nonsense. So I thought, no, enough's enough. Why should I put up with that? Talking nonsense. So I thought, no, enough's enough. Why should I put up with that? Don't back down, double down. Don't back down, double down. Hey, hopefully you can hear me okay. Sorry, a wee bit late. Just happens, man. Saturday afternoon and all that. Don't know if you can hear me all right. It's weird when you do the show on your own. And 1 2 1 2. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm trying to just test it all out, man. What about the new backdrop by Phil McGinley? Celtic Park in the sun. This is the place to be. If you can't be there, jump on the bus. This is the place. Next best to be, if you like. Good to have so many ways already. I love it. As Bruce FM says, up the Celtic. Look at Celtic Park in the sun, though. Just what a sight it is. Sadly, I could have went today, but I was a half day at work, so unfortunately, by the time I finished, getting through for Fife was not going to be easy enough, and I had an option of a ticket as well. Gutted, man. Gutted. Phil McGinley, nice backdrop. I know, look, I'll quickly remove myself. How good is that? And with the two cameras on, that's going to look even better. How's everyone doing? Get lively in the comments today, because Mark Daly thinks we've ran out of diesel, but we are here to prove that that is a myth. Not true at all. We are full of life, full of beans, mate. And yes, you can give us a push anytime you like. Scott Cameron is loving the new background. Hey, sorry I was late. Apologies. I always say I'll do a certain time and then I'm struggling to make it. I'm ambitious at the very least, if anything. So Johnstone shot there, sails miles over the bar. The urgency at Joe Hart to get the ball back into play, I always find quite striking. Is anyone having a beer? Let me know if you're having a beer in the comments. I've got a can of Stella here and I'm thinking I might drink it. Oh, mind that I did January sober. Who was that guy? Happening, Kaylee. How are you? Thank you for sending the photos of the t-shirt. She did have other clothes on as well, by the way, Brian. Don't worry. But she sent me some cool photos wearing the new merchandise provided by fanboyfootball.com, our loyal sponsors who have really been helpful with this whole process of doing. Oh, chances. Maida. Tati. Back to Maida. Oh, you bastard. I don't know where everyone's at in terms of the clock. I'm on 4 minutes 21. Oh, Tati tried to do a 1-2. That boy is going to be bust, by the way, by the end of play today. Do you know that? Poor Hatati. Oh, Bruce is drinking. Kaylee's drinking. Oh, fine. Don't mind if I join you. Cheers. Juranovic now to put in a ball. Loops it high. What I thought was going to go out for a throw in, but it's going to be kept in by Greg Taylor. Flavour of the month right now, Greg Taylor. Fair play to him. Remember, hit like, hit subscribe. Hitting like today is more important than ever, because when we're doing the live shows, not many people know we're doing them. If you hit like, it'll get more traction on the YouTube. I hate being that guy, but if you can hit the like button, it will help. It costs you fuck all. Just hit it. It'll get more folk on the bus. That's what we want. Cameron Carter-Vickers stalking Hendry there, but Hendry did pretty well. He's having a good season. Colin Hendry's son. Any excuse. You're right. Cheers. John Duncan, he's saving his Peroni for later. Totally understandable. I really should be doing that as well. Charles, yes, mate. Calm your nerves. Once up. I will try my best. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Kevin 14's getting his commentary from the bus today. I might do a wee bit of commentary if I get in the zone, mate. Why not? I always fancy myself as a young Jock Brown. Jock Brown used to always say, McNamara! Oh, it's so bad when you're on your own, because I don't know if I'm being funny or not. I'm just talking into a microphone. Who cares? Yes, the postie is safe, Scott. Kaylee's postie has delivered the T-shirt today. So, aye, he's off the hook. Definitely. I was worried for Kaylee's postie. I actually thought she was maybe going to murder him. Trying to play a wee clever ball there. St Johnstone try to clear the lines, but instead of just booting it, they try to be clever and it goes out of play. There's 2 balls on the pitch at one point. We're in their box now, though. Oh, beautiful pass at Tate, straight at the keeper. The pass from McGregor was outstanding with outside of his boot there. Hatate, 2 months ago, he scores that. By a good start. Oh, try to do the wee quick one-touch pass there, Rogic, but he's got it back. In the box, Taylor. Clever cutback. We're causing havoc. We are causing havoc. Hatate now. We're on the edge of the 6-yard box. Hatate! It was coming. And we were peppering that 6-yard box there. It's about 7 players inside the St Johnstone box. That goal was coming. And yes, Scott Cameron. Hatate! Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Hatate, whatever you want to call it. It's 1-0. Celtic, after 7 minutes, on a day we could go. Let's be honest. 10 points clear. I know we could say 9, but such is the goal difference. It's effectively 10 points. Folk are flying in with the yeses. There's limbs all over the Boise bus on this fine Saturday afternoon. Oh, buzzing, man. It's a great finish from Mattia. I mean, I was a wee bit verging on critical with his opportunity just a minute before that, and his right foot, his weaker foot, you could say. But he gets on the left there, he doesn't miss twice. Curls that brilliantly in the corner. I'll be honest, my eyebrows were a wee bit raised when I seen him included in the starting lineup. I thought he looked really thin last Sunday. But I suppose 6 days is a long time in football to get off these days, such as the current climate of playing 2 games a week. And Hatate obviously has done enough this week to impress Ange Kirby to question Postecoglou. I did it at the beginning of the season to my own downfall. Oh, the Red Baron comes back in. Where have you been, son? He says it's early days in the game yet, which it is. However, Celtic go 1-0 up. They don't tend to blow leads, unlike your team. I mean, I think I have spoke often this season. Celtic. Oh, a tie in the volley! Oh, a brilliant knockdown, a Chris Sutton-esque knockdown by Giakoumakis. They're showing the different dimensions he brings to this team, Big Chaos. And Hatate there, just first time confidence using out, hits it on the right peg this time. The volley, it's a good save by Club. It's a corner kick, Celtic. What a start. Headers. Giakoumakis, he was almost in the air too long there. He's on his way down as his header. He's maybe just jumped a wee bit early. I'm on the pass to paradise, Scott Howe. A very kind contributor of the Boise bus gave me his pass to paradise, so I used that to watch the game. Luckily, I'm not on the old IPTV for this one. Red Baron hates football anyway. Mate, trust me, I said that so many times last season, pal. Trust me. This could be a scudding, says Tim Alloy. Good to have you on the bus, mate. And you're absolutely right, by the way. Bruce FM is suggesting it could be a slobber knocker. Ryan Kelly's on the bus. Yes, mate. Good to have you on. Some start to the game. Agreed, Scott, by Hatate. I could not agree more. Rogic doing things in his slippers. It's another reverse ball by Callum McGregor. This time he's left foot, not the outside of the boot. St Johnstone are on the ropes. I'm not exaggerating. They're on the ropes already. The game is out the window, says Kevin 14 for St Johnstone already. I agree. They look like they are at 6s and 7s. Celtic, what a start. Anyone talking about this team getting complacent haven't been paying attention. And just quick to remind you, if you look like you're remotely complacent in my team, big boy, you won't be in it. It's that simple. You'll be, I think his quote was, left behind. Rogic at the edge of the St Johnstone box, gets it wide. Taylor trying to help, but a wee bit poor there in his first touch. St Johnstone trying to break up the right, showing great pace, whoever that is, but Spfl covers that with ease, as he's done many a time this season. Celtic get the ball back out though so quickly from Hart. Now we're in their half. Giakoumakis, through ball, Maeda. Look at the pace on this boy. Oh, I love this. This is great. Sorry if my voice is too loud, by the way. Rogic now. Callum McGregor, edge of the St Johnstone box. Just recycles the play a bit, gets it right. Juranovic. Nice, calmly done. Cameron Carter-Vickers and Starfelt knock it to each other inside the St Johnstone half. Celtic looks so dangerous. The pile of players in and around the St Johnstone box is so noticeable. The commentary is better. I don't know about that, mate. I am winging it. Feed the Bear says 4-0. Yes, Feed the Bear. Good to have you on live, mate. Chances! Why is he toe poked that? Saved by his feet, but still Celtic are pressing here. Inside the box again. Jota on the left foot. Oh, brilliant curling effort. I'm going to lose my voice today. I've only just got my voice back. Kaylee's on her own wanting company. Well, you've got company on the bus, Kaylee. You know that. If we keep this up, I might get my wish of 10, says Scott Cameron. You never know. You just never know. Mark Daly's sporting a green cast after breaking his ankle. How sore must that have been? I had damaged ligaments, sprained them or whatever it was. About 5 years ago, mate, my ankle was like that, like huge. Do you know what I mean? And it was agony for months. In fact, I still feel wee twinges of it now. Breaking it, I can't even imagine how sore that was. Hope you recover. Good, mate. I mean, I joke. Well, I kind of said, based on evidence, Celtic could win a game 10-0 this season. You know, we were getting 36 efforts from goal at the start of the season. We'd won 6-0 a couple of times, but realistically, to the amount of shots we had on target that day, or those 2 days, it could have been double figures. Could today be the day? Never know. We do need to be more clinical there, though. Giakoumakis, I think it was, with the toe punt. Or was it Rogic? One of the two. Here's Maeda now. Left wing cross. Poor execution from Maeda, but in the right place. And I think we'll get a bit of that from Maeda, you know. I think sometimes, I don't remember Didier Gat's final ball was it was Tom Rogic. That toe punt was almost nonchalant, Tom, not like you, son. You'll be disappointed they didn't score that, though. So there's Scott Howe coming in. Good to have you on the bus, Scott. And he says, mate, I thought we could as well. No shit. I think it's right. Celtic did beat Aberdeen 9-0, Red Baron. And you know, it was one of those games where 9-0, I mean, you look back, you go, that's phenomenal. But you were frustrated. I would love to see in my lifetime Celtic get double digits. How cool would that be? Or whoever your team may be. Imagine seeing them get double digits. It would be an incredible thing. No matter who the opposition is, it would just be, you would never forget it. Real swagger in Celtic's play today as well. Looking at about the back, St Johnstone don't know whether to high press like Rangers were on Sunday, but because they've been under such an onslaught, they almost look like they're in the halfway house. One midfielder's breaking the lines there to press, the rest didn't follow, and he's giving them a row. No wonder. They don't know what they're doing. They're panicking. Didier Agat, that's exactly it, mate. I mean, Agat, his final ball at times could be very suspect, but the fact was, his pace was getting him in that position so many times, so often, that eventually one of them's going to come good. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's the thing with Maeda. He's always going to be there in that position, whether it be clean through and goal or putting deliveries into the box, that even if his execution isn't 100%, the volume of chances he'll create, the law of averages will result in assists and goals for Celtic. Taylor trying to do the overload, whatever they call it these days, run. It is possible this team, Scott. Totally agree. Hugh Davidson in midfield. Is that his name? Murray Davidson. What's his name? Murray Davidson for St Johnstone. He seems to have been playing for them for ages. There's Kyogo. Oh, what a sight. I mean, to think, we'll talk about this on post-match, but some food for thought. You look at the overreaction to them not having Morelos the last 2 games, and you look at how Celtic have coped with their talisman missing for 3 months. You know, it's frightening. Harley's wanting a t-shirt. Do you know what? At the end of the month, Harley, if we can do a kid size, I'll buy you a t-shirt. Right? I'll find out if we can do kid sizes. I'm not entirely sure if we can. If we can, I promise I'll buy you one. How about that? And Kyogo get a lot of love in the comments. And, you know, you talk about players of the year. By the way, Celtic just very comfortable with possession inside St Johnstone's half just now. Looking lively. But, I mean, you think about Kyogo's impact. Where would Celtic be without what he did in that first half of the season? When Celtic weren't the finished article, I'm not saying we are the finished article yet, but we're a hell of a lot closer to that now. Think of what he did in that team then. He was the go-to guy. No Kyogo, no party for a lot of time. I just feel that his contribution in the first half of the season, because it's further back in your memory, don't let it be forgotten. You know, he's been as important as anyone this season to why Celtic will win this league. We've got a lot of players on form right now. We didn't have a lot of players on form at times, but we always had Kyogo. Kyogo, as Andrew would say. Red Baron, brilliant talking point. How will Celtic fare with that open and style of play in Europe? I've touched on this, Red Baron, because I feel that the ace in the pack, I know I've just ranted about Kyogo, but I believe the ace in the pack is going to be Giakoumakis to our European aspirations, mate. I think he brings, now, folk won't like to say this, but I think he brings a similar sort of style in Europe to what Morelos can do for Rangers. A handful for defenders, never give them a moment's peace, a physicality that Celtic definitely lacked, I felt, in European games this season. I think he's an outball as well when we're under the cosh, and we will be under the cosh because we're going to be playing a hell of a lot of better teams than what we are even in the Champions League. Of course we are. I think Giakoumakis would be a very handy weapon to have had in those Europa League ties and obviously in the Champions League qualifiers that we failed in as well. I think him fully fit fine. I think he brings a different dimension to his Baron for the European trail. But you're absolutely right. I don't think the open style will be changed by Ange in the Champions League just because it's Champions League. I think you're right. I think it will be interesting to see how we fare. As I say, I don't want to pin everything on one guy, but I think the inclusion of Giakoumakis will definitely give Celtic a bit more steel in Europe, which I think at times we lacked. And I certainly think he's got abilities to not only, there's Joe Hart at the right back role taking a throw in. It's not for me, guys. I know folk like this and it's modern football. I don't like it. Mark Daly says Rangers are lucky they did not have Morelos out early in the season. I agree with that because, hey, corner Celtic, beautiful. Nice attempt, Xander. I don't think your heart was in trying to keep that in, to be honest with you. Your heart. I think there's a lot of emphasis, obviously, or more emphasis they've put on Alfredo Morelos than maybe even I gave credit to before. I thought Rangers were more of a team than what maybe they actually are now. Morelos is out. They don't look like scoring goals. They don't look like they've got many goals in them. And Morelos is a big miss, but Kyogo was, you know, the thought of Kyogo being out for 3 months, if we'd forecasted that, if we knew Kyogo's going to be missing for 3 months during our mixed bag of form, say, earlier on in the season, albeit we're 33 games or pending 33 games unbeaten in a row right now. But if you'd said Kyogo's going to be out for 3 months and we'd actually known he was going to be out for 3 months, I think we would have all been panicking. It's amazing how Celtic have dealt with that. And it is interesting to see how either Rangers aren't dealing with the Morelos absence or they're just not dealing with the pressure. There's probably a combination in there, but certainly it seems to be a go-to excuse right now that the supporters are using. Nice take from Joe Hart, instantly looking for the ball. Where are we? Where are we? He's saying. Love that urgency. Not taking anything for granted, this Celtic team. I love it. Still only 1-0 right now. For all the domination, all the possession we've had, still only 1-0. Joe Hart is wanting us to be urgent, still relentless in our pursuit of a second goal. I get that. Oh, chances! That is absolutely brilliant from Chaos. I mean, that is outstanding. Predatory movements from Chaos Giakoumakis. The finish was from a really difficult angle. He made it look easy. He intercepts a slack back pass from St Johnstone, but his anticipation, it's a proper striker's goal. He's hungry. It's easy to see why he scored 27 goals in Holland's top flight last year. Look at that for finishing. It's like Juranovic, it was an ambitious ball, but when Maeda's putting you under that pressure, it leads to mistakes. Maeda, incidentally, Jota switched wings, by the way. This is coming down the right. The back pass is slack because of the breathing down their neck from Danger Maeda. But Chaos Giakoumakis is so lively to it. His reaction time is brilliant, and the finish is quality. Chaos Giakoumakis makes it Celtic 2, St Johnstone 0, 22 minutes played. Craig the Gecko Man. Chaos. It is chaos. We need to get that trending because I'm not having him getting called Jacko. I just think that's shite patter. We're better than that, Celtic. We've got better patter than that. Jacko, I mean, come on. No offence, like Ryan McGinley's. I like Ryan. He's actually brilliant content. I watched the Celtic the Thunder the other day. His honesty is so good because he's like, I actually feel a bit nervous because they were in a different setting. They were on a couch instead of chairs. I love that honesty. That's a brilliant actual show. I'm determined to get on it one week. I'm determined. Ryan 118 is definitely. He knows I'm gonna get on that show eventually one week. That'd be great fun. Good lads. Bye. I'm not having him getting called Jacko McGinley. We're not doing it. We're calling him Chaos. Another different type of goal, says Ryan Kelly from Giakoumakis. Totally, mate. That was really the honest truth. That was Henrik Larsson-esque. He used to love doing that off the shoulder of the last defender, anticipating a bad pass. That was very Henrik-esque. And I know they're completely different types of players, by the way, and I know Henrik's in a different league. But that type of finish, I think Henrik would go, that's called anticipation, young man. Well done. Scott Howe says it's effing beautiful. GG is a colossus, says John Duncan. When the Tim's with us, yes, mate. Tremendous. Charles Smith, Easy Street 9 clear. Can you see the Rangers? It's easy to get carried away right now. Red Baron. 3-2 St Johnstone full time. Red Baron, be honest about the league now, mate. Now, I don't know if you're watching the game, you just listen to the pod, and I appreciate you coming on, as always, by the way, pal. You know that. I think it's time for more honesty from you. How do you really feel this could pan out positively for Rangers in the league this year? Do you think there's any outside chance whilst it's still mathematically possible? Or realistically, are we saying this has kind of just got a wee bit away from you? I feel it has got away from Rangers. I think Rangers have been the architects of their own downfall whilst. Oh no, Giakoumakis, no. Chaos looks like he's pulled his hamstring. He's felt it, eh? He knows. Interestingly, though, the swap will be Abada coming on. On merit, I think, as well. I mean, Abada did very little not to be included in recent starting 11s, could I just say. Hopefully it's just a tweak and Giakoumakis is calling it, but he's shaking his head. Pulled hamstrings 4 weeks. Remember players were doing this all the time earlier on this season. He looks pissed off. He's shaking his head in disgust. It's a concern, that. They're showing the goal again. I just think that anticipation, that's really class. But no, he looks the most frustrated man in the world, Giakoumakis. Look how disappointed he is. Oh, fuck. I really hope that's not serious. Self's on the hill, yes! 3 minutes behind, that's all right, mate. Good to have you on, pal. Brilliant to see you. Look at me, this pace. Burning down the left. Cut back. Oh, Jota! I was convinced he was getting brought down for the penalty there. I think Keith probably thought he was as well. Somehow the St Johnstone defender kind of pulled out on time. Takes a bit of skill. Stop blushing, Kaylee. I'm only joking. Red Barry says, no, it's over. No question about it. And I can't believe this has happened. Right. Is there an argument that you can believe it's happened as well? Take out last season. And by the way, Rangers were strong leaders. See, once they got way in front, they absolutely killed it, and fair play to them. But this season seems to me to be quite reminiscent of the years under Rodgers, even that season under Lennon, that first full season. Great tackle in Maida there by whoever that St Johnstone player was. Outstanding. He looked like he was away. But I feel like the season's panned out so similarly to season 1920. I know it was called early, but trust me, that was done. 18-19, very similar vibes. Even 2017-18, similar vibes. Go on, Abada, says Ryan Kelly. I agree. How's my IPTV like faster than your Paradise Link, boy? Say, oh, I don't know, mate. I don't know. I live in the sticks, mate. My wife is shite. I might try and do a quick refresh, try and catch up you. See, it's competition now, Scott. John boy, Mr. Bass on board now. Yes, mate, you know you are, mate. Good to have you on board as well. Right, Scott, I'm on 28 minutes, 23 seconds. Where are you? Go on, Abada, you know it. We're close to being equal now, I think, Scott. I think we're close. Rogic controlling the ball on his back there. Sort of just bent over, controlled it on his back, over his head. Different gravy he is, by the way. Bruce is now on 28-22 because he's rewound it. I'm now on 29-08. Oh, the joys of live streaming, guys. Thank you to everyone who's, can we say 55? We like to say that number. There's 55 watching live. Thanks to each and every one of you. Remember, hit the like button so it keeps getting more traction on the old YouTube, because it does actually matter a lot. In terms, I didn't realise, but the more likes a live video gets, the more it'll pop up on folks' YouTube sort of streams. So I do appreciate it. Oh, Callum McGregor, stop that. There's Juranovic taking the ball in field. Rogic finding himself in pockets of space, as he does. Abada now on the right, gives it back to Rogic. Time. What? Oh, he tried to go. That was an ambitious pass to get that out far wide left to Jota, who was creeping into the St Johnstone box. Sorry, Bruce, mate. No sound in the Celtic TV feed. I've got it. I can still hear Simon Donnelly's delightful tones. Cameron Carr-Vickers now in the box, in the St Johnstone half. Juranovic back to Vickers. Starfelt. And ever growing in confidence, Carl Starfelt, may I add. Now Taylor, linking with Jota, down the left-hand side. Jota using his trickery, cutting in now. Cutting in, he wants to shot on the right foot, and he does get it. Just drags it wide, but you could tell that's what he was going to do. You could tell. You think it is completely different. And yeah, no, Red, what I mean is, I think Angie's job, separate thing. But I think Rangers tailing off. Would you not say that's what I mean? Sorry, more reminiscent. I maybe not described it well. But I think Rangers, when they've been close in these battles at the at New Year, have fallen away this season very reminiscently to 2017, 18, 19, and 19, 20. That is my honest belief. The Celtic stuff aside, I think what Ange's done is wild what he's done. And yeah, you could say Rangers shouldn't have felt like they were under as much pressure, considering this was a transitional season for Celtic, and Celtic shouldn't have been able to pull away. But the Rangers' actual mixed bag of results since the turn of the year, I feel, is very, very similar to what the movie we'd seen before. That's my take on it, and I appreciate different opinions, by the way. And if you don't see it that way, that's all good. All good. Well, this is the thing. Kevin 14 makes a brilliant point here. To do it on less money than what we sold players for is amazing also. So Angie's net spend is actually minus, right? We sold Edouard £18 million. They call it Dembele dollars. It's facts, guys. It's facts. We'd sold Ryan Christie, we got, I think, 2 million for, maybe 3. And of course, we sold, who was the other one? Aya for 13. Now, that's revenue of around 32, 33 million. And yeah, Scott, I think me and you are about bang on. If not, I'm maybe a wee second or two ahead of you now. Bit like the Grand National, this game that we're playing. I feel that it's easy to say, oh, spend 25 million. Of course, you've got a better chance of winning the league. And yeah, Ange might have spent the bones of 20 million, maybe. But I don't believe when you've had to sell players for a higher value than that you could really say he's came out and had the checkbook rolled out, really. He's definitely not. Scott, I love it, mate. It's quite fun doing the show on my own again for a change. I feel like it's been so long since I've just been literally interacting with all the commenters. Like, just me on the screen doing this. I've not done it in so long. This is how the bus all started. It's been great fun because it means I can bring up so many comments. Now, that's not in a bad way because the contributors we've had on have actually been, surprisingly, for folk doing this for their first ever time, have been outstanding. Just shows you talking Celtic isn't a skill. It's in our blood to do it. Don't let any podcasters think that they know more about football than you, because they fucking don't. I can tell you that right now. Abada looking dangerous outside of the box. Celtic on the ball. Just calming it down now. Cal McGregor. He's going to look to go left. Starfelt looking for the pass out wide. Jota offers it. Tricks already from Jota as soon as he gets the ball. We reverse chip. Ambitious. Hatate though gets it back to Jota. He calmly gets it back to Starfelt. Hatate on the turn. They're scared. They don't know what foot he's going to go on Hatate when he's got his back to them. It's clever. I know what you mean, Red. I know what you mean, mate. I'm not trying to overly gloat either, by the way. Yeah, I totally agree with that, Scott, mate. Totally agree with that, mate. We've literally finished second in what was meant to be a one-horse race. Trust me, we did the same last year. We did the same last year for me. It's a goal! Try to charge my phone there, and it's Maeda. And guess what? The goal is pretty scruffy. 35 minutes, 26 seconds on the clock. We're sitting 3-0 up. The ball goes wide to Jota. He crosses it in on the right foot. A standing header from Maeda. Keeper should do better. It trickles over into the side net. I don't know how they go. I mean, I've seen that keeper do very well in the past in big games. Well done, Maeda, though. He's done exactly what he has to do. Liam Logan, yes, mate. Hope you're good. He's just putting in some 4-leaf clovers. Kevin 14, this is over. The commentary team have just said game over as well. 4-0 and Feed the Bears happy. Sorry, mate, it's going to be 10. 77 people are on the Boise bus. Thank you to each and every one of you. Hit like, hit subscribe. Buy a t-shirt on the way out. Why not? Oh, I'm joking. I don't want to sound all corporate because it's really not me. But we've been lucky enough to have incredible sponsorship from fanboyfootball.com, who's made the merch all possible. So there's a wee link in the comments. Fanboyfootball.com. Check them out. They've got loads of different prints as well. There's a very old one that's outstanding as an idea for a t-shirt as well. Check that. My Celtic supporting pals. Alex Shunday comes in with the love heart eyes. What a display this has been. Celtic professional to the end already. And definitely feeling like a team who are ready to be crowned champions, I feel. Forgot I was on mute there, sorry. I don't know how I went on mute there. Apologies for that. Feed the Bear, you're getting bigger size than me. We don't have the option to do 3XL. I'm so sorry, man. And by the way, hopefully I'm not muted now. Everyone's saying they can't hear me. Can you hear me now? I'll stop talking. Can someone hear me now? Should be able to hear me now, no? 1, 2, 1, 2. Ah, you can hear me now, thank God. Aye, Feed. 3XLs. It's a problem. We don't offer it. But you know what? It's a problem for me as well. Because I know you're going to laugh, right? But I'm actually genuinely an extra small. That is the size I wear as an extra small. So, unfortunately, I can't get the size that I want either. There is no scope that we know of right now from the manufacturer to be able to get 3XL, which is shite because I know you're saying you'd have bought a couple, and I would have loved that Feed. I really would. You can gamble on the 2XL. If you need to send it back and refund it, we'll do that, mate. We'll sound that way. I don't care if it comes out of my pocket. I'll pay it. It's fine. Take the chance if you want. Maybe buy one. I'm more than happy to cover the cost if it doesn't fit you. I would do that for you, Feed the Bear. Of course I would. You're a legend, mate. But 3XLs unfortunately don't look like an option at this point. As it stands, Ryan Kelly with an interesting stat there. Dundee United, Hibs and Livy complete the top 6 as it stands. Very interesting. I know, Feed the Bear. Honestly, that's the size of your detail. Mate, I genuinely am an XS. Honestly, it's frightening, man. A bag of bones, says Scott Cameron. Built like a tank, son. I'm only wee, man. Chances now. Celtic have the ball. Edge of the box. Abada on the left foot. Deflected and wide. But see what I like about Abada? He's so direct. He always is thinking about not the perfect goal, but pulling the trigger. That is so crucial sometimes as well. Celtic at times I felt this season, particularly early on, were a wee bit guilty of pass when someone just oh shit, knocked the microphone over there. But sometimes you just need someone just to go take charge, have a dig for the edge of the area, and it's no surprise that Abada has as many goals as what he does this season. Juranovic tried to be clever with that tackle there, but he was never going to be able to keep that in. Be careful of the cracks in the street, boys, so you might fall in. See, the thing is, if you met me, you wouldn't think I was tiny. It's weird. Like I'm not like a wee mini person in life. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. It's weird. Being my size suits me. It's weird. Ryan, keep up, mate. Fucking hell, I need a shave, man. It's my effort at stubble. Only joking, big man. It's all right, mate. I take out the chin. It's me who's telling you I'm extra small, extra large pants, but shut up, boys. If I can, that's me. Scott Cameron is wanting to play Kyogo Bingo. When do we think we'll see him? 71 minutes is my bet. If you want to get your bets in, get your bets in. I'll make a wee note of them on my wee whiteboard desk. I'm going to say Kyogo, 71 minutes. That's Boyce's call. Get your minutes in. We'll play a wee game. I'll give you £5 off a t-shirt if you come in right. How about that? Celts on the Hill, COH, says Kyogo, 67. Alex Shunday says 62. Alex Shunday. This is hard to keep up, guys. Left-handed as well. Writing's not easy for us people. Who else is saying? John Boy. JBG says 64. Bruce says 67. Scott Cameron says 60. Cargo o'clock at 6 o'clock, says Scott. Scott, just have a beer now, mate. Who cares? Get your green tea away. Craig the Gecko Man. See the Gecko. I'll put that. He's saying 73. 75, says Mark Daly. This is better than Grand National. 75. Should we all put £1 into a PayPal account? We could. I've got a PayPal account that's at the bottom. Put it all in there. Winner takes it all. I'm up for that if anyone else is. I'm game. I'll put my £1 in as well. John Duncan says 75 as well. That'd be a split pot. All right, Kelly, 71 minutes, 52 seconds. Liam Logan says 80. Shall we do it? So I make sure I've got everyone's timing. If you want to do it, I've got them all written down. We could fire £1 in each into that PayPal account that's at the bottom. If you want to do it, I'm more than keen. I think that'd be great fun. As you know, they won't make anything. Just whoever wins gets to the pot. The question is, Feed the Bear, what minute will Kyogo come on at? £1 ahead? If he's a game, let me know. I think that'd be great fun. A wee sweepstake. It's not Rangers penalty bingo. It's Kyogo coming on the pitch bingo we are playing. Now, I've got loads of names down there. If you want to play, let me know. I'm more than happy to play if you want to. I think it'd be good fun. So, Red Baron says 70th. If we just want to play for bragging rights, by the way, I'm all for that as well. The Red Baron says 70. Feed the Bear hopes he doesn't come on. You need to explain that one, Feed the Bear. Why? Half time. 3-0. Right. Let me know what you think. If you want to do a wee sweepstake, there's no pressure to do it. I mean, honestly, there's the PayPal account that I've put up. If you ever want to buy me a beer, that's fine. I don't care if you don't. Don't worry about that. But we could just fire it in that account for now, and then whoever wins, I'll just send it to them. If you want to put £1 in, put as your reference the minute. I've got them all written down anyway. I'm all for that. That'd be good fun. Boise Bus having a bit of a laugh. Hopefully it doesn't breach any gambling rules or anything. Does it? Maybe no. I don't know. What a display though, first half. I've enjoyed that. Celtic at their absolute best. And I know it's easy to do loads of analysis and all that bollocks, but right now you're just watching a team that want to win the league title. And that matters more. I'm going to take a wee break. For 2 minutes, I'm going to put on the tune, the anthem that is Brian Cattigan's I Can't Be That One You Want, minus the vocals, which is, of course, became the Boise Bus theme. Season 2.
The seagulls follow Chora. It's because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much.
Talking nonsense. So I thought, no, enough's enough. Why should I put up with that? Talking nonsense. So I thought, no, enough's enough. Why should I put up with that? Don't back down, double down. Don't back down, double down.
Hey, how we doing? Thank you for letting me have a wee break there. Keep the vocal cords fucking sorted and all that. Justin Studley watching in Australia says that first half was pretty easy on the eye, mate. You know it. Polymorphous is on the bus that Feed the Bears on. No need to rush him onto the park today, but if he's at the right stage of his rehab, then maybe it's best to get minutes. And he's like, bit of a balanced view, that one, Polymorphous. I like it. For me, Ange spoke about Kyogo's determination, desperation to get into the first team the other day. He says, everyone had popped up. I looked round, there he was, saying, remember me, Gaffer? Remember me? He's wanted to play. I think he's actually been... I don't think he's been rushed back in the slightest. I actually think they've took a hell of a lot longer than had the season been more in the balance. I think you may have seen Kyogo feature already. My hunch is that they've actually meticulously waited on Kyogo to be ripe to play again. I think today will be the day we see him back, and I think it'll be a very much an educated decision to bring him on, as opposed to rushing his return. And absolutely, you're right to be scared of the thought of him being getting injured again. But I don't think that is what will happen. So if you're just joining us, good to have you on the bus. Welcome along. It's been a brilliant first half. Celtic absolutely at their best. It's been great so far, says John Duncan. It's just a pity about the big man, as he will be a huge loss. You're right, but as one door shuts, another door opens. As we're talking about the reintroduction potentially of our talisman, Kyogo Furuhashi. If he's back fit and firing, then that'll soften the blow. Obviously, we would like to have all these options available. The impact that Georgios Giakoumakis, Chaos Giakoumakis, if you will, has been unprecedented. I mean, it's been incredible second half of the season for him. Even his goal today shows that you write off guys like him at your peril. I know a few numpties that were doing that a couple of months ago, but less said about them, the better. I say the better. I quite enjoy stirring the pot sometimes as well. But we have got to say that Kyogo coming back should give us enough hope, inspiration, belief that this season will still go on to be the success that we expect it to be. Giakoumakis, of course, it's a blow. Of course, it's a blow. But I do think that Celtic squad depth now has changed dramatically. I mean, it's mad. I was playing devil's advocate with Conan Clark last night on the Double Doon show. He was a brilliant guest. And I was saying, how many players did Celtic actually sign in January? 4? One of them, Ideguchi, doesn't get a game. You're looking at O'Reilly. You're looking at Maeda. You're looking at, who was the other one? My memory is shot. And then you're thinking, how come it seems like the squad's so much deeper? I'll tell you why. Because guys like Rogic became viable options. Because guys like Ralston became viable first-team options. That they weren't in your mindset at the start of the season. Ange has got so many players better. Ryan Kelly wants to see Ideguchi in particular a wee bit more out of those three. I would love to see a wee bit more of Ideguchi as well. It's strange because Ideguchi was the one out of them all who had British football experience. I appreciate when he was at Leeds, he was loaned out a couple of times for seasons, but he still had more experience in these shows than anyone else. Yet he's the one that seems to be taking or needing the more adapting time, and the one, maybe it's just because Ange feels flush. You know what I mean? In the position that Ideguchi plays, that he could take his time and maybe next season he'll have more of an impact. It'll be very interesting to see how he's utilised during his stay at Celtic. Obviously, he's a player Ange knew about, so he fancies him a bit. But, yeah, it's been interesting that he's been the one to get less game time and more adapting time than players that are coming here for the first time in their Nelly puff. Albeit Maeda's had European experience. I think it was Benfica Maeda was at. I don't think it worked out particularly well for him, but I still thought Giakoumakis would have been the one easier to integrate into the team than the rest. However, like I say, it may well just be that because the team is so strong in that area of the park, that might be the reason why we've seen less of Giakoumakis. Lupe, 33. Giakoumakis has actually timed his injury to accommodate Furuhashi's return. I like that notion. That's teamwork to make the dream work, right, Lupe? Kieran, Welsh won't let us down. Your earlier comment, I think Kyogo needs a run it. I was reading earlier that Welsh wasn't even on the bench. Kieran. So I'm really not sure about that one. I did see a tweet, I could be wrong, but they said they couldn't understand the lack of inclusion of Christopher Julian nor Stephen Welsh. I read the tweet from the point of view that they were suggesting they weren't in the squad. I've not actually seen the bench, so I could be wrong. Wouldn't be like me. Yeah, there's the footage of Kyogo warming up. He's hungry to play. He's looking lively. I think we see him at some point. I really do. We've all got the minutes on this game that I was suggesting, just in case we get any bother. Sean the Max, F you Rangers, we're going to win the league. Afternoon, boys. Afternoon to you, my pal. Paulie Murphy says, it would be shame we Dembele's on the bench. It seems like a game he could have came on to prove himself a bit. Again, I think everyone gets in the squad on merit. Dembele's been given some minutes by Ange recently. You wonder if it's maybe a wee bit of an injury or what it is. I don't know. Strange. I agree, because it looked like Ange was trying to get him sort of more minutes and blend him into the first team sort of vicinity between now and the end of the season. Maybe he's not signing a new deal. Who knows? We can only speculate at this point, but I agree. This would have been a great time to bring him on. Look at Kyogo's beautiful hair, says Scott Howe. I am jealous of that. I'm not going to lie. I mean, he looks fantastic. That is a proper head of hair, man. Proper head of hair. Welsh isn't on the bench. Yeah, I didn't think he was, judging by the tweet I'd read, but don't say it's your bad, Ryan. Don't worry about that, mate. We can't all be ITK, man. Are you breaching gambling regulations? I've got a tenor says yes, my PayPal. You know it, Celtic on the hill. You know it. I'll take your tenor, though. It's fine. If Maeda leaves now, he could win the national. Kevin 14, that is patter. Oh, if Maeda leaves the now, he could win the national. That's my favourite comment of the day, mate. And I think you're probably right. I think he could. That's brilliant patter. Brilliant patter. No, Kieran, I don't guess Scott, I was talking about my beautiful hair, mate. Mine's a state, man. I thought I'd try and grow it longer again. I get mad ideas in my head. And this headset's not helping it either. That is good patter. Celtic on the hill and Kevin with some good banter there. I love it. O'Reilly is on for Rogic. I mean, you know the common phrase, like for like subs? That has got to be the definition of like for like. Is Tom Rogic off, Matt O'Reilly on? Aye, that has got to be the definition of like for like. So just so you know as well, second half's about to kick in. There's 60 people watching live. Please hit the like button. It's literally just there. It's just there below your screen. Hit like. If you've not subscribed, it's absolutely up to you if you want to get notifications when we come on live. Obviously, it helps the channel. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Just come on when you want. But when you are on, and if you are enjoying the content, hit like, because it means that YouTube folk that are maybe searching Celtic, we're more likely to prominently feature. And we want the bus as busy as possible. We love it. You guys, a lot of you have watched us grow from day one, which was the 6th of December. In that time, we've had, what is it, 110,000, 112,000 views. It's been crazy. Oh my God, we're already in the box causing mayhem. Jota, side netting. That was his second attempt. His first shot was blocked. LP. Yes, mate. First time text. Loving the crack over the water. You've got great patter. Hail, hail. Mate, so have you. Look forward to seeing more of your comments in the section, mate. This community just keeps growing. This is what I'm saying. And everyone gets a mention when the Boise bus is driving. Get involved in the comments. Bring some patter to the table yourself, because I'm sure you've got plenty. And thank you for getting in touch, mate. Magic. Love it. Sean the Mac has to go. He's watching the game in the dodgy box. He's 2 minutes behind. I don't want any spoilers. Totally cool. Sean the Mac, don't worry. Post-match pish, we're going to go live 6 p.m, I think, with Connor Carr. I'm still doing a double doon show. But I said we'd do post-match pish. I might throw a wee quiz in at the end for him tonight that he's not expecting. But we're going to do that 6 p.m. tonight. We will do some PMP, motherfucker. Some PMP. Glasgow CSC regular viewer, great to have you on. Boise, the Celtic squad honestly looks like it could be about to dominate for a long, long time. Football can change quick, but you can't help but agree with what Glasgow CSC is saying. You can't help but feel that complete wave of optimism. Elfin Priest wants to wish Gigi well, as do we all on the bus, because the Gigi bus, very much, we've got the keys for. We started this shit, you know what I mean? We are better than the Bang Bus, says Craven Moorcock. Okay, mate. That is one hell of a username as well. Craven Moorcock. It's up to you, mate. Each to their own. Each to their own. Best comment I saw earlier, says Kieran, I'm up for this. I'm up for this. Not me, unfortunately, but I'm using it from now on. Rogic is so good, he could nutmeg a mermaid in a phone box. That is good, Pat. That is good. Pat, Elfin, please like the video, folks. It helps the algorithms. The bus is unstoppable. And mate, algorithms, that is a good word, but it does. So if you're sitting there, you've got the show on, it'll take you literally less than a second to hit the like button. I hate being that begging person, but go for it. Do it. It helps. And this bus is flying, by the way. We're loving life. We're loving watching Celtic. We're loving the Boise bus as well. It's been great fun doing this. And Connor Carr, our next guest, 6 p.m. post-match pish. Now, ball out wide, Juranovic. I felt it was a lazy pass there, Juranovic. I don't like being over quick. Oh, Maeda! Xander Clark thinks he can take a touch in the box, but Maeda looks like he's now pulled a muscle. Well, he's holding his balls. Bad area to get hitting, son. But honestly, Xander Clark, so typically gets the ball back, thinks he can take a first touch, but when Danger Maeda is cutting about, you do not get to do it, or you do not allow yourself to afford that luxury. A first touch, it doesn't work. Maeda, that closing down sums him up, and best wishes to his bollocks, because they looked like they got a wee Sorian there in the midst of all that. Although, of course, he is back up and running like a Duracell battery bunny already. If you want to beat the record of getting around the world in under 80 days, jump on the Maeda's back. Absolutely. I'm going to see if the Boise bus can go quicker than Maeda. We'll need to do like one of those Top Gear-esque. Remember the Stig? You know, we'll just get Maeda to be the Stig. And then we'll drive the Boise bus around the same lap. And we'll see who does it quicker, because he is fast. What injury is Chaos sustained? It looked to me like he'd a pulled hamstring. I don't know if it was just tight and he's got out on time. I hope that's the case. And it's not torn. Maeda! Celtic penalty. You know what I'm saying? You know he can do it. Beautiful inside pass there, Hatate. It's blatant. It's blatant. You can't challenge him from behind like that. There's no attempt even to play the ball. Juranovic taps Hatate on the head. as he lines up to take it. Kevin 14 wants Starfelt to take it. That would be good. Stephen Fagan, new to the bus. Welcome aboard. He says he's loving the energy, loving life, and watching our boys in green and white. You know it, mate. Yusuf Branovic, everyone is convinced this is the best penalty taker in the world. Let's see what happens. He lines up the penalty for me. He looked confident. Get the salt shaker out, mate. Come on, Juranovic. Come on, GG. So calmly. Keeper goes the right way, but he isn't stopping that. The celebration begins. It's Celtic 4, St Johnstone 0. This is getting good. Oh, look at... Do you know what? It's hit the side netting first. Yep, it does. That is how to take a penalty. It doesn't matter if the keeper goes the right way. If you can get it in that side netting, you score. Juranovic so confident in his own ability there as well. You've got to say, JJ, yes, says Craig the Gecko man. You know it. 6 to go. You know it, Bruce. Dollar LP gets in there. You know it, mate. Celts on the hill. Yes. Lupe gets a bit technical and says it's all in the run-up. I think the actual execution, I would find Lupe would be more impressive, but I like the psychology that you're showing there, mate. You're seeing different angles from the game, and it's all about how we all view it from our own Celtic green tinted glasses, mate. Goal difference getting out of sight for the extra point. I could not agree more. And do you know what? I remember earlier on in the season saying, I think it was maybe another pod, goal difference could be a factor this year. If we make a serious title fight, we expect it to be extremely tight. If that is the case, a lot of people just thought as long as we compete this year, fuck off. I hate that attitude. The league's there to be won every year. Yes, there are pint tins of still, but see, to be honest with you, mate, I've only got one more. So I've only got 2. A bit poor effort. I've still got half that first one left. Bit of a poor effort, isn't it? Why is the screen so dark? 2 seconds. Get that brightness right up. Drain the battery. That's better. Celtic Park in the sun, though. I mean, I'm so annoyed I couldn't go today. Did you know that? Colacube comes in. YT Colacube. Brilliant to have you in the Boise Bus. You're one of 90 people watching us live. Yes! Just give us the trophy now. This is another treble season. Ajax Boys comes in done and dusty today. Good to have you on, Ajax Boy. You nor YT Colacube. I don't think I've seen your names on this before, so thank you very much for that. Still waiting for the 10 game. I believe under Ange Postecoglou at some point this season, Loopy 33, we will put 10 past the team. Yes, Stella Dillahow, mate. This is how we roll in the bus. 5 and drive, son. Obviously, I'm joking. Drive responsibly, for God's sake. It's an imaginary bus that I drive, naturally. Geez, so I don't want to give the wrong impression. If there's any kids watching, Jesus. What sort of message is you trying to tell them, man? My stream's frozen. I'm going to be behind Scott Howe again. No! We need a refresh. One hand and the head on the trophy now, asks Ryan Kelly. I mean, you've got to feel that, see tomorrow, Rangers go in the back of 2 defeats. And I don't want to overly focus on them because today's again about Celtic and David Turnbull now coming on. Fantastic to see him back in the fold. But where is their mindset tomorrow when it's basically effectively 10 points behind and a team that's just, beat them again? Twice they've beat them this calendar year already. I feel, honestly, without being overly biased, that tomorrow they may well drop points again, ladies and gentlemen. I think they go into that defeated team. See, when you're effectively 10 points behind with 6 games for them, 5 games for us to go, do you really think you're clawing that back? Do you know that? You know, the tired legs from a defeat in Europe, do they start feeling a wee bit heavier than what they would have if we were potentially to have lost today or dropped points? I think it all plays into our hands right now. For me, yeah, it's one hand on the trophy. I think you've got all 5 fingernails on the other hand on it as well. Celtic for me are very much in pole position. Hatate's had a great game today. I think you're right, Bruce, and I think a lot of us were surprised at his inclusion. But I think you're right. He has had a good game. Lippy. Maeda should donate a lung to Hatate. Well, I think we need to remember as well, and that is funny, by the way. I think we need to remember as well, Hatate's first couple of games, he looked like a live wire fitness-wise as well. Wait till you see him with a pre-season with Ange, and, you know, a couple of weeks off in the summer. Ajax play leaky bums at St tomorrow. Honestly, without, and I know it's great for a Celtic fan to say this, I genuinely think, chances were in the box. Jota on the left-hand side. What can he do? Trickery. We expect that. Doesn't get the ball into the box, but earns the corner. Brilliant from that gorgeous bastard. Right. I genuinely think, and it's great as a Celtic fan to go, oh, they might slip up. Of course we want to have this opinion. But cutting all that away, genuine opinion, yes, I think there's a high percentage chance Rangers drop points tomorrow. I think they go into that with 2 defeats on the bounce, effectively 10 points behind in a league title race. They know they should have won. They're shite away from home. They're shite after the turn of the year anyway. I could see it happening. I could see it happening. 10 points for the league and 2 games for a treble. Simple, isn't it? I know, it's easy to get carried away. But we've made trebles a thing now. Oh, ball bouncing about the 6-yard box from Jota's cross there. Corner kick, I should say. Right, Celtic, come on. Let's be relentless. Let's do answers. We don't fucking stop. That's what we're told. O'Reilly, beautiful clip ball. Chances! A bad on the left foot. It was brilliantly worked by Celtic. There was a real chance there. Abada can't quite take it. Scott Cameron can't wait to see the split fixtures and what order they are in. Agreed. I totally get that point of view as well. Golders has told us all where Rangers' heads are at. Yeah, he did earlier on in the season. I remember Tavernier, who's still club captain, of course, and I think isn't a bad player, by the way. I know folk like to slag his defending. I'm not going to say what I was going to say, but I rate him. I think he is a good player. But he, in his programme notes 3 years ago, we just don't like it when the pressure's on us or whatever it was. What's to that effect? Charles Smith, ooh, so close. I know. You kind of felt Abada would score there. So a hell of a week for the other side as well. Celtic's job's done today, right? I'm not being overly thing with St Johnstone aren't calling back 4-0 down, right? It's a fact. You know, it is. They've got to go now away from home on the back of a defeat and travelling for Portugal tomorrow. They've got to go at home to a strong Braga side Thursday, I believe. Then they've got us, am I right, on Sunday, a week on Sunday? Is that Scottish Cup semi-final day? Big week. Big week. A lot of pressure. Joe Curran, this is murder here in the orange walk outside as we run up goals. Tally Scamahuga looking down on them in the league and hearing them. Is there an orange walk today? Is that shit still going? It's embarrassing if it does. Gary McDowell, yes, mate. How you doing, boysy boy? Let's get more goals and put down a marker. I agree, mate. We've got a chance here. Look how many Celtic players are around the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 players round the free kick outside the box. Have you ever seen 6 of them? All round the box. All negotiating who gets to take it. He should have had one against Rangers, but he could have had a double Abada against Rangers. Scott Howe, by the way. That's a good point, son. I agree with you on that big time. Right in the edge of the box, inside the D, free kick Celtic. There's still 4 players around the ball. Kevin 14, as he wanted for the penalty, wants to be given to Spfl. Gary McDowell says it's 86% possession Celtic. Wow, that is unbelievable. They all do fancy themselves, Lupi. You're right, and rightfully so. I think it's going to be Juranovic. Oh! I was convinced that was, and he hit it the same way he hit the penalty. We want 5 indeed. I want 10, Timaloy. Timaloy, I want 10. I think this Celtic side, I said at the start of the season, nothing's changed my point of view. This Celtic side, in fact, if anything, it's grown, in my opinion. It's strengthened. I've doubled down on it. Celtic are capable of putting 10 past a domestic team, whether it be in the league or in the cup, with Ange Postecoglou in charge. Turnbull, sloppy in possession there. Tried too casual with the pass. St Johnstone, the most awkward hoof clear I've ever seen, but they are trying to press a bit. A lot of players in our box. Celtic look far too assured. A late, high challenge there, though. No need. Greg Taylor's like that. What's all that about? And he is in pain. Do any zombies brave the channel? Look, I'll be honest, Dahalo, LP, there is a few resident, you could say, Rangers fans. I get on all right with them. I don't know them personally. They come on, they get involved in the debate, they gloat when they're doing well, they take on the chin when their team doesn't. I'm all for that, to be honest with you. I'm not the type who's, oh, you support Rangers, that means instantly you're a wanker. I just hate all that shit. I think it's so... Oh, let's all do the huddle. That looks so good. I'm gutted I'm not there today. Zainavoda, not seen your name in a while in the comments, mate. How you doing? We want 6. I wonder why that is. Why do you want 6? Have you got a bet on or something? I want 10. I've been wanting 10 in a row. I didn't get that. I want 10 goals. Ajax boys, are a change of philosophy. Are we building for Europe as we should have for a few years? I mean, Ajax boy, I'm going to guess by your username that you're a huge Ajax fan as well. Their model is based on when, in my opinion, everyone goes, oh, it takes years to implement that. Celtic put Ajax at the Champions League qualifiers of 2001, right? See, in that 20 years, what happened is anytime Ajax got a lot of revenue, whether it be from Champions League qualification on several times, winning titles, etc., not a huge TV deal. But what they did was they kept buying 6 to 10 to 15 million pound players. Then they punt them for 45. And in Scotland, we all seem, it's unbelievable. They've sold a player for 40 million. I'm going, well, if Celtic bought players for 10, 12, 15 million, I wouldn't be surprised to then see them go for 30, 40 if they succeed with us. And they do it in that right tournament. What Celtic did since 2001 that was different from Ajax is Celtic continued to negotiate in 2001 prices right up to the present day. That's why we've fallen behind a team like Ajax, who I think, for me, is a very comparable side in terms of stature to Celtic, and one that we should not be looking at as, oh, that'd be impossible for us to do, but thinking that's more than achievable. In fact, we could maybe eclipse what Ajax impact is on Europe with the right strategy, with the right mindset, with the right ambition. That was a passionate rant there. Sorry about that, Ajax boy. You just asked me a wee normal question. You're probably like, oh, fucking hell. Last time I fucking put 10 pence on him. Scott, Bob McBob's all right. I think he's away on holiday for a year. Yeah, he's taking a year out, mate. He definitely is. Red Baron seems to have disappeared as well. But honestly, the hello, I mean, I'll tell you now, I'm not one of those folk for it to be like a hate fest on anyone. I just hate all that vibe. For me, we all support different teams. If anyone is coming in with NN bigoted, NN sectarian and that, they'll be blocked no matter what colours they support. Rest assured. I can't be arsed with it. I'm all for a wee bit of banter, though. Where are you coming over from? You said across the pond. You mean you live in America, is it? Or let us know, mate. And if you're coming over, we'll try and coincide it with Boise Bus's live show. That is getting... The feelers are out there big time for that. And hopefully we're going to have a summer's afternoon. I think an afternoon show we might go for. I think headlining a Saturday night or a Friday night might be a bit ambitious. But I think a Sunday we could get 50 of us. I think we could. Stephen Fagan comes in. 7-0 today. Let's do it, Celtic. Like for the attitude towards the Rangers fans on the Boise bus. If they can give it and take it, fair play. Totally, mate. If they can't take it, fine. They can fuck off. My customer base is Celtic fans. But if they come on and play fair, I don't see any issue with that. I don't see an issue with that. Ryan Kelly, Celts on the Hill, loving the huddle. Me too. That's old school. I hate when it gets called the pause now. It's the huddle. You know what I mean? Oh, I hear the Hawaii 5-0 tune. Absolutely, Tim Alloy. Kabakavic simply passing it with McGregor there, who does a lovely reverse ball. Abada. O'Reilly. Oh, I think Turnbull didn't expect that to reach him, and it did right in the D of their box. Starfelt so composed. Football is there for us all to take the part. It's part of it. I agree. Totally agree with that, Charles Smith. Thanks for that, mate, because I totally agree with that. You've got to be able to take the piss at yourself a wee bit as well. I don't take myself too seriously. I don't look at myself as a football analyst, a podcaster, a journalist, a wannabe journalist. Fuck off. Just love Celtic. Do you know what I mean? Love talking about it. Oh! Chances! I don't believe it. You thought the chance was gone, but the ball actually ends up at O'Reilly, who tries to swing it at first time with his left foot, and he's dragged it wide. I don't, again, think he's expected that. Not digging the rolled up sleeves look, by the way. Short sleeves or long sleeves. Don't roll them up like that. Although it is a hell of a lot better than that Under Armour under the short sleeve thing. I hate that, man. The Hallow over in County. Oh, I love it, mate. Brilliant. I mean, the Boise bus is going global. We all know this. We all know people from different corners of the world. You know, we've had some legends already in the chat today from Australia, for example. We've had in the past people in Malaysia, Germany, America. I think Argentina we had one night, didn't we? Glasgow CSC is desperate for the introduction of Kyogo. I've got all the names written down for the minutes we all predicted, by the way. I said 71. Celts on the Hill said 67. Alex Shundy said 62. John Boy Graham said 64. Bruce FM said 67. SC, who was SC? I was trying to keep up. The Jericho said 73. Mark Daly said 75, as did John Duncan. Liam Logan said 80 minutes. Red Baron said 70 minutes. And Scott House said 66. Charles Smith says 70 as well. We'll add that to the list, mate. The boys came in the thousands. Alex Shundy is watching us from China. Thanks, Alex, mate. Love it. I really appreciate it. I just love this. I really do love it. Bruce said he said 75. I'm sure you said 67, but I've edited it, Bruce, for you. Scott Howe says he said 66. Yeah, I've got that, Scott. He meant 76. Aye, right. You're out the equation. Scored your name out, Scott Howe. You're gone, mate. Chances. Goal! Brilliant. David Turnbull. Double figures for assists this season now for David Turnbull, I believe. And Matt O'Reilly scores. He's the calmest 22-year-old, 21-year-old you've ever seen in your life. Brilliant. Oh, it's a great diving header. Outstanding. Vin the Tim, loving life. Dahalo, loving life. Scott Howe, high five, mate. Oh, yeah, says Bruce FM. Oh, yeah. Charles Smith, Kev, beer time, £300. Get the beers in, mate. I love a beer. Kyogo, I said 71 minutes. I said 71. He's there. He's stripped. He's ready to rock. Oh, Stevie May winning the ball in the box. Don't know what St Johnstone. The football's like a foreign object to St Johnstone today. Don't have a clue what to do. Win the foul. Win the foul. 71 minutes. I want to be proved right. I've got 18 seconds to be right. No one said 72. Oh, bad. They're so direct again. 71 minutes on the clock, so this is technically the 72nd minute. Ball being worked down the right by Celtic nicely. Come on, Celtic. Kevin 14 will have a quid on 72. Alex Craig's in the chat. Yes, mate. The league will be bricking it. They won't want us winning the league against Sevco. They just can't work it out. You could tell. I know, I appreciate there's so many teams going for the top 6 spot that I can get why that's led to delays, shall we say, in the fixture that's been announced. But you can't help but feel as well, trying to box clever on this one is proving difficult, isn't it, Alex? Because they're worried we're going to beat them to win the league again. Oh, it's beautiful football inside the box. Oh, what a goal! I want 10. We have time to get 10. Look at O'Reilly, though. Oh, come on. Stop that. That's caviar. Guys. Oh, it's just so clever what he's done to engineer that we have chance. And here he comes. Oh! Oh! Kyogo, mate. He's got the hair like the guy for the Charlatans, Tim Burgess. Go on, wee man. James McCarthy, just whatever, mate. Good to have you on along with us, but Kevin 14 thinks the 10 is on, mate. 18, 19, 20 minutes, maybe 20, shall we say? Usually get about 3 minutes injury time, don't you? Justin Studley. You're right, mate. Does anyone just want us just to hoof the ball? Red Baron. He's predicted a 7-6 win for St Johnstone. I get it, mate. I think you've actually made a good point there. David Logue, are we getting 10 today? He's just texts. Oh, mate, I don't know. 73-30 when Kyogo came on. The Jekos had 73 minutes. Ryan, I've not got your prediction written down, mate, so it doesn't count. 74th minute, it was indeed, mate. Well done. Golden Dowling, yes, mate. Good to have you on the bus. Watching from Japan. This is what we do. And a Japanese boy has just came on. The original Japanese boy is Kyogo. Kyoko, as Ange calls him. What odds are you on for 10-0? I don't bet, mate, so I don't have a clue. But I'm telling you, if Celtic decide to up the ante a wee bit, even just a notch, they could do it today. The suspense is killing me. And someone can find me saying it on the other pod, because I didn't watch that shite. But you could find it on there. I predicted 10-0. Oh! It was the right pass from O'Reilly. Kyogo actually misjudged it. He's laughing, eh? Big Tim Burgess. What's happening? Japanese charlatan. Love it. Matt O'Reilly must be loving life, though, eh? Francis Lamont comes in. Lamont, 10 all the way. Kevin 14, a Kyogo hat-trick and a Starfelt first goal of the season for the 10. Is the Magnificent Seven theme playing next? It's a great point, Ryan Kelly again. Kevin 14 wants Gucci to come on. I get it. A 7! And Scott, Cameron, can I just tell you something? Stop putting that in the comments, because we're not all as up to. I kind of knew it was going to be 7 there. Stop doing that. Oh. 15 for me, big minutes. People's brains are being exploded like Vin the Tims. Effing hell, says Scott. Stephen Fagan says yes. This is like a tribute game to the season. I love that point there, Loopy. Could we do 10? Is today the day? Here we go again. Kyogo! I don't believe it. I can't believe it. Maida, the only guy following that up. Oh, ridiculizer. Give a break, mate. I know it might not excite you, but we're going for 10 goals. Enjoy it, for God's sake. Well, we can't play in Europe when we're playing St Johnstone, mate, you know. Right now, it's Saturday, 3 o'clock. We can't play European competition. We can only beat what's in front of us, and we want 10. Ridiculizer, have a day off. Enjoy it, mate. Enjoy it. 6 bells tonight, Bruce. I've got Connor Carr joining me tonight. Buzzing for it. Oh, Kyogo. I mean, forget even the obviously I'm choking for us to score 10 goals just to get it right up a certain few foot, but I just think it would have been lovely to see Kyogo score in his comeback. Ben Costello just finished work, flicked it on, 7-0. Really? Oh, but I tried to flick and it was on. He just didn't get the connection. Craig Ash from Australia. Boys, I've followed Ange since the Brisbane Roar days. I put $600 at 2.8. Pays $1,440 when Celtic are crown champions. Outstanding. Craig the Gecko Man or Jacob, I don't even know how to say that thing. 3 bottles of beer on the wall, 3 bottles of beer. I want 10 bottles of beer on the wall. We take one down, pass it around. 10 bottles of beer in the wall, Celtic. Come on, Celtic. Stephen Fagan, let's do this. Let's do 10. Don't be sold for 7. Become, again, in another way, iconic in your own right. The team that scored 10. Okay, we didn't get the 10. We could. And by the way, see St Johnstone, they won 2 cups last year. That's how shite we were. Maeda! Oh my God! You have to score that, Abada. This is insane. Oh, Gary McDowell wants 10 t-shirts. That would be ballsy. Remember though, we are actually selling t-shirts. Please hit like, please hit subscribe and all that bollocks. And if you like, on the way out, follow the link in the comments I've just put there. There's Boise Bus t-shirts out. I've went for the most expensive material we possibly could, so that the best quality I could possibly go for, I went for with the manufacturer. Cost a lot more. Postage and packaging, I'm personally paying for everyone's. So I'm not making much money on them. Buy a fucking t-shirt. And yes, if we do 10, we will get I told you so t-shirts. That is what we'll do. This could honestly, says Glasgow CSC, have been 13-0. I know. I've gotten over Scott Cameron spoilers. Oh, Scott, mate, you're killing me. But you're right. This kind of result has been coming, my man. You're spot on. This is us just putting them to the sword. Maeda. Back down the left. Even Greg Taylor's doing step overs when he's gathering the ball. Unbelievable. Save the 10 for the cup semi-final, says Scott. I love it. I love it. Ben Costello, expensive material. Well, they're not Guinness. Yeah, they are Guinness proof of fact. We'll just make that our advertising slogan. Guinness spilt proof. Boise Bus t-shirts. Especially if you buy the black one. Buy the black one. Abada. Juranovic, Abada. They've been neat, tricky, outside the box, wee short, slick passes. James McCarthy slows things down. No offense, James. Here it is again, on the ball, McCarthy. He'll be loving this. He's a Celtic fan, don't forget that. As much as he's not playing, he would just be loving being a part of it. What a ball across the box from O'Reilly. And the only person that read it is a St Johnstone defender. 3 Celtic players, they'll buzz over to the corner flag to get the corner, get the ball back in place so quickly. It's handball, ref! Oh. Thanks, Scott, mate. We'll just wait 60 seconds till we've all caught up. That's all. I'm happy for you to celebrate the same as us all. Come on, mate. You know it. Red Baron. Fair play, mate. That's it. You know, I think James like that is what your seasons came down to, mate. So we'll need to take it on the chin. We never stop, says Scott Howe. I'm afraid I'll do myself a head injury. I know. See when you were young, if you drew a house, that's what this house looks like. It's like, do you know what I mean? I'll draw it in the camera. Do Boise Bus autograph. One day, mate, one day. But aye, it's like, so it looks like I'm in a tiny wee room, and it's not that tiny. Stick Spfl up front, get him a goal. You know it. Juranovic wins the ball. That is the worst pass ever by Juranovic. Celtic find themselves back in their own half. James McCarthy with the sloppiest left foot pass you've ever seen, under no pressure. No need for it to try and get it out to Spfl, but Celtic survive. Absolutely fine. I know, Ryan. It actually does put you at ease. It's taking the emotion out of it for me a wee bit, but I know what you mean. Knowing we'll score, that's a nice feeling. Tim Malloy comes in. We want 8. I know Tim Malloy will be watching with his daughter, so hello to you all in the family. Hope you are all good. And yeah, I echo the sentiment. We want 8. Maida, again, showing energy levels that just seem, just bizarre, superhuman. David Turnbull causing bother now. He's got another assist for the day. I'm sure that takes him at double figures for assists if he wasn't already on that. The ball rotation is just so quick from Celtic as well. It's not just that you're knackering St Johnstone out by having the ball. It's the fact you're making them move so much. Chances! David Turnbull hit it with a bit of swaz, son. That's what he was lining up for. He just couldn't quite get away. O'Reilly hat-trick! Nearly. Commentary team are talking about now who the man of the match is. Nothing like sitting on the fence, Simon. James McCarthy in the ball now. O'Reilly. Out wide. Celtic still in the ball. O'Reilly. Celtic still pressing for 8th goal. Kyogo causing bother in the midst of all that. Collided with the goalkeeper, Xander Clark. He's kidding on his hurt by that. I mean, wow. I'd love to know how that's hurt you, Xander. Meant to be a big boy. Oh my God, what are you doing, Xander Clark? Really? Maybe it was that bad. Come on, Celtic. We're not going to do the 10 today. I'll maybe accept that now. But it doesn't mean we can't do 8. Just instantly, Xander Clark praying that he could find some glass. Listen, Justin, you're out of order because actually we all know Joe Hart brought that glass in. It was a plant. You know that, eh? Broken shards of glass he just put down his jukes, his football shorts. Nylon football shorts, thinnest material, no pockets. But actually, Joe Hart brought that glass out with him. Didn't you know that, Justin? Stephen Redmond at the soft play with the kids. Thank you for the live commentary. We want 8. Stephen, I absolutely love that pattern, mate. Brilliant. And I'm glad you've tuned in one way or the other. Honestly, thank you so much, mate. I think that's brilliant. And if anyone is enjoying the content, hit the like button, hit subscribe, buy us a beer, buy a t-shirt. We are here all as much as I can possibly do on top of a full-time job. And trust me, I'm not trying to make a career out of this. But the channel loves the support that we're getting. Love all the new members that we've had. It's been an incredible journey so far. We're only 4 months into it. This will go nuts in a year's time, trust me. We're not reinventing the wheel. But together, what a journey it's been. Celtic haven't been beaten other than Bodo Glimt since the Boise Bus started. Oh, Bader, you donkey! Lana Wolf chucked the bottle. I met Lana Wolf like 2 months ago. I was looking at her like, I feel like I know you, but I couldn't work it out. She's pals with someone that I know, it turns out. And she was really nice. She was like sound. And then you see her doing like stuff like stand outside Celtic Park just saying paedophiles. Who does that? All respect, you're just like, do you know what? Playing to that gallery, idiot, clown. And when you get hate for a reason, you know. And I always thought maybe it's a wee bit unjust. She's a porn star, she's a porn star. Up to you how you live your life. But I wouldn't hate anyone for that. But when you do that stuff, fuck off. Idiot. No, I didn't, Scott, no. Crossed my mind briefly though. But no. What a story though. What a story that would be. Maeda, man of the match. Scott Cameron reliably informs us. I think it was so hard to pick one. But I kind of go on with that one. I think that's fair. I think Maeda's a good shout for man of the match today. His energy levels though are frightening. Callum Davidson, his mum was my PE teacher and the school football team's coach at high school. She was class. But it just shows you last season was an odd season for many reasons. Flash in the pan seasons for not just St Johnstone but other clubs as well, it would seem. Full time. What can we say, guys? What can we say to describe this Celtic side? We talk about, and we've overused and recycled words like relentless and stuff. Hungry. I have never seen a side so in tune with the manager's beliefs, what he wants us to do. His message is getting across to this team massively. He spoke midweek. If anyone's getting complacent, they'll be left behind. I think you just seen there, the mindset of this team is, no, we've not won the league yet. No complacency involved. We've not won a treble yet. If you are looking at the side, so capable of winning that treble, it's unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to each and every one of you legends, by the way, who've kept me company this afternoon. And it's been over 100 people now watching. I honestly can't thank you all enough, because Fan Cam Live's just a bit of fun. It's my way of watching the football, but getting to chat without a mate beside me, effectively. And I may bring on a guest, by the way, if someone wants to come on and do a Fan Cam Live with us. That'd be great fun. We might do that one day. But this has been the first time I've been able to do it on my own, on camera, and just kind of literally bring up nearly every single comment and interact with you directly. It's been a long time since I've been able to do that, and I've enjoyed that, by the way. Pure quality, boys. So give me one word to describe Celtic. Electric. That would be my word, mate. Electric. That's how I see it. Dahalo, enjoy your night at the tavern for some Guinness. I've really enjoyed this. We are going to be back for some post-match pish. It'll be the back of six. Joined by Connor Carr. Where do we go from here? Where does even the discussion begin? Because how many adjectives, superlatives, is that how you pronounce that word? How many though can you find to describe this Celtic side? Danny O'Malley, amazing stuff. Good to have you in the comments. Listen, thanks again to you all. Here's some music. I will see you all back at 6 for PMP post-match pish. 7-0 to Celtic. 10 is coming. See you all later.
Some of his comments about me deliberately trying to cause controversy. Well, I work in the media now, and you've got someone sitting there next to you who's an embarrassment to the media profession. He's an apologist. He's a charlatan.